Hey guys, I'm gonna do a deck tech on my booster draft deck that I made this Sunday. At my local game store, they have Magic tournaments on Fridays and Sundays. Worked out well for me. My birthday was this Sunday. I got to go both on Friday and Sunday because my mom was just kind of like, yeah, go do whatever the fuck you want, I don't care. And she went and bought me a playset of Mirror Superions for my mirror deck, and that was nice because nobody had any. Um, basically, Friday night I lost, like I got last, and I had to leave early. And then Sunday I got first. I lost one game because I was at 2 life and he was at 8 infect, and that made me kind of pissed off. But I would have had a perfect game, like a perfect night, and that would have just made my day. But I got a card that made my day too, and you'll see that when we get to the fours, like the fours of my mana curve. Um, as I said, I ran Infect. I ran Black Red Infect. We did a new Phyrexia, Besieged, and Scars. Um, I got really good cards. I got like the perfect cards I needed for Infect. No one else ran it. Made it really easy for me. Yeah, one drops. Creature. I only had one drop creature, a Vector Asp. Great one drop. I liked it a lot. I mean, that's the greatest, but I could just lay it out there, and if I didn't want it to have Infect, I didn't have to. My second was a Darksteel Axe. Another good one drop. I liked it a lot, especially for Infect. I mean, basically 3 mana to play it and attach it. Gets +2/+0. It's indestructible, sorry. And it worked out really well. Oh, sorry, I have earbuds in. Um, I got a foil Virulent Wound. Out of one, no one else wanted it. I got it. It made my day. Also worked really well. 2-drop creatures. I had 2 Flunzermites. Really good card. I really liked it in fact. Worked really well. I had 2 Plague Stingers. Also worked really well. Both great 1/1 infectors. Both with great abilities. I mean, flying in effect, can't go wrong with that. Lifelink in effect, can't go wrong with that. My 2-drop, I only had one instant. That was Get's Verdict. Just because I needed a card that would get rid of a big creature if my opponent only had one. Worked well for me, especially because my opponent had a Spell Skite out. Really lucky bastard, got a $10 card. I got a Mental Misstep though, so. Contagion Clasp. That also worked really well in my Infect deck. I ran 40. I got that out almost every single time. I killed a lot of his creatures that way by just playing that and then proliferating it right after I played it. Going on to threes. I had quite a lot of 3-drops. Worked really well for my mana curve. My first one was an enchant artifact. What's it called? Relic Putrescence, I think. Enchant artifact, whenever it becomes tapped, controller gets a poison counter. I had Contagious Nim for one of my creatures. Nice Infector, I liked it. Worked pretty well. I mean, 2/2. Phyrexian Digester, kind of the same as the Nim, but I didn't need a black for it, which came in handy at one point. Just 2/1, good. And my last 2, basically the same card. Not really, but 2 Grim Afflictions and then 2 Volt Charges. Both great in Infect. I killed a lot of my opponent's creatures with the Volt Charges. A lot of their 1-drops with my Grim Affliction. I won a lot of games just by playing those, all 4 of those, getting my opponent up to 5 poison. Worked really well, especially with a Virulent Wound. And I didn't get any other ones, so that made me kind of sad. Moving on to my 4-drops. I'm keeping one of them out because it's special and it was pretty awesome that I got it. I got a Core Prowler. I had only creatures for my 4-drops. because I couldn't really find anything else that worked very well, and these worked out really well. Core Prowler, as I said, great card. Great card. When it dies, proliferate, so, I mean, swing for 2 poison every turn, pretty much, and, yeah. And then I had luck of the draw. Well, luck of the, like, booster opening. I got both a Phyrexian Vat Mother, great Infector, and a Hand of the Praetors, another great Infector. They boosted both of my creatures up. Well, not the Vat Mother, but the Vat Mother just came out, just wrecked. And the Hand of the Praetors did the same. I just had to boost it up a little bit, you know, make sure it didn't die. They worked out really well. And then, I mean, just those two together. And Ogre Manil, it's like fire breathing from M12. 1 red mana, gets +1/+0 till end of turn. Only problem is I ran 16 lands, I think, 17, I'm not sure. 7 of it, or 6 of it, was mountains. And then the other 10 was swamps, just because that's how it really worked out, and yeah. My 6 drops, I didn't have any 5s, well, I had 1 on my sideboard, but that's it. I only had 1 card on my sideboard. Cage Sun, I only got it out once. It didn't really help me that much. I just got it because there was really nothing else in the pack that I wanted. Luckily the person hadn't picked this yet. It went by like 3 people. I mean, I just thought, hey, money. Good trade card, I guess. And then my other one was a Phyrexian Juggernaut. 5/5, must attack every turn. In fact, I liked it. I think I got it out there once, but then it got killed by like a Gigantosaur or something like that. The card on my sideboard was a Scourge Servant, Scourge, just a 3/3 Infector. I got it out there halfway through the tournament, or whatever you want to call it. Never played it. Don't really care. I have more than a playset, probably 2 playsets from just boosters I've opened. I don't like that card very much, but it was like an okay card with Infect. And yeah. And then the nice card, first card I've ever gotten. It's the first type of card I've ever gotten for playing Magic for about a year now. A little less. Started about in school, whenever school started. So it's coming around. I'm gonna do this nice and fancy. And you may ask, yeah, I sleeved my cards just because it made shuffling a hell of a lot easier. Here it is. The card. I got this out of my first booster too, or my last booster, I think. And I have never gotten one of these before until tonight. Everybody was really jelly, and by jelly I mean jealous. They were just so jelly. They were just like rolling around in it. I could have called them toast. I could have been toast, and they could have just spread their jelliness all over me, and it would not have affected me at all. Basically, I got a Cough of the Hammer right here. Not my favorite Planeswalker, but a Planeswalker nonetheless. $25 card in my game store at least. I got him out there 2 times, 3 times during the tournament out of 6 games, 7 games, 6 games. He worked well. The only problem was his ability. I could only get 4/4 mountains that didn't have Infect. I mainly used him as blockers. Not blockers, as just attackers to get rid of some of his creatures, because he was like, oh shit, I'm being overwhelmed by 4/4s. His last ability helped me out in the ending part of the game, because I just tapped all my mountains. I had like 4 out on the field, and I could kill some of his creature, 1 creature. It was a bomb, and it was purely in there just to wipe my board, pretty much, just get rid of him. Although I blocked it a couple times with just crappy cards. If you guys want to trade for him, I'd much rather have a Tezzeret or Venser. I might put him in my burn, I'm not sure. But I mean, he's a pretty good planeswalker, pretty decent. Not the best. I'm filling with my cards right now. If you don't notice that, um, my sideboard, as I said, Scourge Servant. I put him in there halfway through the thing. Never got him out just because Koth wasn't really working. I kept getting him in draws. After the trade, I got after the draft. People opened boosters. It was my birthday. They were like, "Okay, here. I don't really care. I don't really want this." A person gave me a Livewire Lash, a foil Journey to Nowhere. I love the art on that card. Just one of my favorite cards, not for its effect, just for its art, because it looks freaking hilarious. Second mental misstep I got from this draft. The other one, funny enough, I got on Friday. I didn't run them just because it was a draft and it didn't really work that well. Especially with New Phyrexia, Besieged, and Mirrodin. There's really no 1-drops. Like, there's a couple, like Vector Asp, but no one else got any during the draft. I was the only one that got one, because no one else wanted it. And yeah. It's probably some of these cards are going to be up for trade. Probably going to keep this deck together, though, improve it. Make it a 60-card deck, run out Infect. Just because it's fast as crap. It works well. I need to place it of Violent Wounds, though. I think I have 2 now. One's a foil. Yay. But I'll have a trade binder pretty soon. Probably tonight or tomorrow. I'm updating my page. As you can see, like, I haven't been active on this one for a long time. My other one, don't remember the password for. And the other one's just for 18 years and older stuff. Don't ever go on that one. Don't like that account very much. And yeah. Good morning. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good morning, all that stuff. As you can see, it's dark outside. It's almost 12 o'clock. I'm doing this vid because I'm home, I'm watching TV, and yeah. And as I said earlier, good night, good morning, and good day. Alright, everybody. Bye.